Hello everyone, Jesse Webb, Traders Pro. Market conditions mildly bullish in a bear market. Still seeing that overall uptrend, seeing some nice confirmation moves yesterday, and looks like some possible continuation today. Our momentum and breadth settings, you can see momentum as we've been talking the last week or so, and it's been moving this direction, still doing so, just about up into this new bullish trend range. And this long counter trend retracement after this downturn, it's taken a while as we've discussed, but we're seeing some higher highs. So we'll see if we can take out this current high right here on S&P 500. That creates a nice little counter trend retracement and possibly some confirmation back to the upside. We did see, in fact, I'll show you this setting that we talked about yesterday. So we're breaking back up above this middle line on momentum. Obviously, somewhere in this range, we're starting to work our way back up to that upper direction. Breadth is also moving. We saw a little bit of a tick up yesterday in breadth. Sentiment's still about the same. That's probably the slowest indicator on this setting with these three indicators. But we are seeing buy-sell ratio moving back in now, approaching this this support area, essentially, if you want to consider that. But we may see a little bit of a pause right here. We may see it just slice right through. We'll see what the next few days bring, but we're getting closer to that shift in momentum from bears being in control back into back into bulls being in control when we get a shift back into that green, just like here and here. So keep an eye on that in the next couple of days. But we are getting a more and more bullish, which is some nice confirmation. We're seeing. I did mention yesterday on the index scans, these buy-sell ratios, they flipped really hard yesterday because we had a whole bunch of stocks that are stuck in this hold, and a lot of them yesterday bumped back up into this buy. And as I mentioned, this hold signal is not calculated in the buy-sell ratio. Obviously, it's just whether it's in a buy zone or in a sell zone. So a lot of those hold stocks, when they drop into this middle range, they're not helping or hurting this ratio. So in this case, we saw S&P 500. Here, let me delete some of these charts. S&P 500 index, we saw that buy-sell ratio go from, I think we were at 0.45 yesterday up to 1.3. So we had quite a few stocks, about 50 or 60 stocks bump from that hold up into that buy. Dow stays about the same, but we did see several of those stocks. I think this was sitting at 8 or 9. Quite a few bump up into that hold range. So we're seeing momentum, and it's starting to shift. And these are shorter term daily type signals as we really move into a stronger bullish trend. And that's what we're waiting for with momentum. But if you're looking for early confirmation, these are some of the signs that we're starting to get as far as stocks and more stocks bumping from that sell into the hold and then the hold up to that buy uptrend. So keep an eye on that this week. And today, what are we at? Thursday, a couple more days here. We're seeing some nice stocks in the new buy list. GOTU, which has been a really high flyer this year, still under $5 stock, and has the potential to really move. Keep an eye on that one as it's been working through this stabilization and now has a nice bullish trend. Nice looking setup there. I'm going to refresh this page and go through this new buy list. So again, our top GOTU, OSG, transportation shipping stock, it looks like. TA, that's probably a buyout. Again, apologize for those. Sometimes they just stick around until the ticker gets removed or until the new acquisition company symbol takes over. But just skip through those. ALGM, computer electronics, again, nice, almost a breakout pattern there as well. KNDY, medical drug stock. NABL, tech stock, big gap higher, probably needs a little bit of a pullback to pull that back into that buy zone. Basic material, we're seeing OEC, we're seeing TME. Some of these have some, again, this is what we're looking for. We want to be able to focus on this buy pattern here. Not not get hung up in this. We're not interested in that. We're interested in the green. We want to see it give us some confirmation and start this move higher. You know, if you have to close your eyes and say, well, none of this happened, or man, if I only would have bought here, or if I only would have bought lower, again, you're tripping over pennies on your way to dollars, and that is don't worry about trying to pick the exact low. Don't worry about trying to pick the exact bottom, because now you get more confirmation. Again, potentially, but you've got a lot of support now. Everybody that was buying down here, we're essentially piggybacking off of that momentum. Now we've got a little more confirmation of that momentum. At least that is the strategy. That is the edge to be able to focus on stocks that have worked their way through this, and now they've shifted back up into this demand location, and you're getting more demand, and that ultimately propels the trend higher. Obviously, if we could tell the future, wouldn't that be fantastic? But this is looking for clues that momentum is starting to shift that direction. And you're seeing that on a lot of good-looking stocks here, as well as the markets. Tech stocks also, we saw quite a few chip stocks really moving hard yesterday. Intel had a real big pop, INTC, and a potential breakout here on Intel as well. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on tech today as well. If you don't have full access to the site, you can sign up with the link below, and we look forward to having you. Have a great day today.